If you were to talk about it, Kayla, at Microsoft, enterprise account executive, you don't have to give your number. On average, what are enterprise account executives making at Microsoft?
I would say you're gonna have a base of between like, let's say 130 to 150, like in that range.
Okay.
And then commissions on top. So obviously it's based on performance, but I would say at a minimum, $250,000. Like
God
easy.
damn!
And I
God
would
damn!
say, yeah. And I would say when I was at my startup, the earning potential was actually a lot higher. The
Mm-hmm.
base and equity, not as much, but earning potential at startups, y'all, them accelerators, if you can get above that number, what they will incentivize you to put that product on the market is insane. Insane. I
Mm-hmm.
never had a quarter like this, but I had a friend at I think my highest quarter I probably like commission check I've ever gotten is always in the 30s. And this year, like the one I'm really trying to get by the end of summer is more like around 37 to 40,000, and that's just one. So
God
you guys
damn!
can right, you guys can do the math on like how how much money you have the potential to earn. But yeah, I had a friend in SMB at my startup who did 94K in a quarter. Like that was just I ain't never seen nothing like that. 94, almost 100, like you said. Imagine in 90 day stretch making 100,000 on top of your every 2 weeks that's coming in. I mean, he
It's
was
big
like, I'm
time.
about to go buy a boat. He was like, I'm about to go put a down payment on a boat. I was like, and you could rent it out when you're not using it. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like it just, what I will say is, like I said, once I got hip, I positioned myself because I realized there are not any other jobs other than doctors, lawyers. If we're just keeping it a buck, there is nothing else that you are really going to go to college for unless you come out and do something on your own as an entrepreneur that within 1, 2, 3 years, you're going to be seeing two, three, 400,000 minimum. Like it's just kind of like there's not that many positions that college or a skill set can take you there. Like real estate, you don't go to college for. Something you have no base, you have no insurance. It's a different industry. Like where else are you getting set up with such a high paying just comfortability before sales? Our salesmen don't have it. Real estate agents don't have it. I mean, I don't know any other industry where you get such a high base in sales. Like I just don't. So I would just say, yeah, I would say like,
Yeah,
I
I
consistently,
it's
yeah.
true. It's true. I'm in a supply chain tech space, Kayla, right? And our basis typically for AE coming in is around that 150. I've seen it higher.
Right.
I've seen it higher, right? But it's 150 plus 150 uncapped. What's up, Ladder Climbers? It's Antoine Wade. I wanted to interrupt this video to talk to you guys about Course Careers. Course Careers is the place that you guys need to go if you have a high interest into tech sales. They will help you gain the skills that you need so that you can enter the tech sales world to make a whole bunch of money. Tech sales salaries early on is about $60,000, guys. That's a good salary. And with OTEs, you can make anywhere from $85,000 to $90,000. If you have an interest in tech sales, check out Course Careers, link in the description. And don't forget to use Antoine50 so that you can get a $50 discount off of Course Careers. See you guys in tech sales. Right. So if
And
you
sales engineers, they get really high bases. So I will say this, they don't make as much in commissions, but they get their money up front, which is cool with
yeah,
me. I'd rather
100%,
not have to
100%.
hunt for all my money. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have sales engineers on enterprise accounts, technical specialists that are easily raking in like 160 to 180 in base right now
Mm, mm,
for a commission
mm,
check.
mm.
And they don't have to close the deal.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
they just attach to it. They get paid regardless. So it's like, just like I said, it's a really, really great space to be in. It opens the door to me for anything that you really want to do. Like it
Life.
really does. It's not something that you have to think of as like, this is going to be the rest of my life. If you want it to be the rest of your life, if you want to be a CEO, a VP, you're on a direct track and visibility into like upper management. I mean, for me, I just feel like it really positions you at major tech companies or startups to really accelerate really quickly and make tons of money while doing it and fly around, work from home, get all the cool perks, like whatever you want to do, really. Like if you're a great performer, I remember when I kept crushing it, they kept giving me sweet box tickets like to the Hawks, like Young Thug concert, whatever I wanted. We have some more tickets for you, okay? Like they'll start to incentivize you because they want you to keep performing. Like
Right.
some companies even have like the 100% club. They take you on a crazy trip once a year, like the top 50 sellers. They give you an extra bonus. Like, it comes with a lot of perks. And I think you gain a lot of skill set that you can use in your personal life, like forever, like literally. So that's just how I feel.
No, that's wonderful, Kayla. And tell the audience what's next for Mrs. Kayla. Like, obviously, you've climbed. Gosh, Kayla, man, you are.
I'm figuring it
Oof.
out. I'm figuring it out. What I really envision in the next 5 years is to really be able to start moving into like a coaching and a space where I'm really helping minorities
Mhm.
to position themselves where it comes to like a full on skill set and then job placement as well. So I
Mhm.
really want to start my own like just tech company where I can help people. And that's why I've, over the past 2 years, started to funnel my content into that, build my YouTube, because I'm building an audience and connecting with people at this point to help them understand the visibility and help them understand the knowledge they need to have to break in this space. But you know, I don't know, like I love selling things. I love like connecting with people. I love business. So it's like, how do I take everything that I've learned to help others now and really enter that space of you can still make money while helping tons of people do this. You can still encourage people. You can still connect with people. You know what I mean? Like, so what I think is really interesting is there's like no sales schools. Like, like there's
That's
not
right.
a sales school. So like I've always just envisioned some type of like cool school where you like can go and just learn how to become a seller versus
Mm.
like learning things that you may just not necessarily want to do. Like I don't need science. I don't need all these things that I paid for in college. I had I known and fostered these skills much earlier, who knows where I would have been had I done this fresh out of school and
Mm.
took another 3 years of sales. I might be a VP right now, like, at 28 or 30, like who
Right.
knows where I would have been. So
Yep.
being able to like help our community really effectively understand the opportunity and then especially understanding the dynamics of minorities, more specifically African Americans. We don't have as much resources, we don't have as much economic stability or power
Mm.
as Caucasians. So knowing that I can help people for a few $100s
Mm.
change their whole life, like I'm on a mission to do that, like
Mm.
respectively,
Mm.
because it's like we just don't have the opportunities. And to be honest, I think we would crush it in this market as African
Mm.
Americans minorities because we have that hustle. We have the advantages that we've had to come over in us. So when you face these in your deals and like all this, it's gonna be cake to you. You ain't
Right.
gonna be worried about, you know what I'm saying, a little no call back. You couldn't go to college, you couldn't do this. You've had way bigger obstacles than somebody not calling or emailing you back. Those are the two biggest obstacles you'll probably face in tech sales or, a budget shifting. Like, it's really not that much stuff that is gonna be super hard for you to deal with. And I just think being able to allow people to see what it's like. I like to vlog a lot of my experiences as work because I want people to see what it's like. A lot of people talk about it, but they really don't see what our meetings are like or see what we're doing all day. So, like, what does it look like when I wake up and work from home? Like, are you interested in this? How can I help you break into this space? So, yeah, I think just like more so job placement is what I'm really looking to do moving forward and really education around tech sales and sales,
I
like
love it.
sales skills. So.
And Kayla, tell the audience where they can find you on Instagram as well as on YouTube.
Awesome. So my name on YouTube is just Kayla Burke, my full name, KaylaBurke. And then my Instagram is the Kayla B _. And next month, I'm relaunching my podcast. It's called Big Boss Energy. And we're going to just be going into success stories, but not only tech, but just a whole bunch of different industries because I feel like everybody may not have the skill set for tech. So I'm really just passionate about helping people in general because something else that we didn't really talk about is just like you can go to Microsoft and be in HR, you could be a lawyer, you could be in a million different fields in tech. So I think it's more so about helping people really identify their skill sets and put these strategies that I've mentioned that have worked for me in place. So yeah, so go follow Big Boss Energy Podcast on Instagram. We are going up. It's gonna be dope, and you will definitely have to do me the favor, return the favor. You're gonna have to be a guest on my podcast too, so we can
You
talk
know
about
it.
it. Yeah. But yeah, those are my socials. That's where you can find me. I have one-on-one coaching sessions just like you. And I really help people on a one-on-one. strategize how to pivot into sales. So a lot of people who may not have the experience or are looking from like healthcare or different industries with some experience, but they just don't have the technical understanding of how do I actually make that shift. So that's what I'm all about. That's where y'all can find me. And yes, like this has been so awesome. Like I love this. I love this episode. It was so dope.
This has been absolutely fun, Kayla. And the cool thing about this is it's not pre-recorded. This is all live and all authentic.
Oh, really?
Right? This is all authentic. This is live.
I'm like, we're gonna post it on your YouTube after.
Well, you know,
Well,
I put it like this: we have over 70 people watching us right now, Kayla. Right? So, and there's comments and stuff that are coming through, and everybody absolutely loves you, right? And everybody's like, oh my god, right? So this is live. This is no pre-recording. Yeah, I'll chop up the video as we get through the weeks of different segments. Have my my editor go through it, but this is all live. This is why I love YouTube, because you don't get the opportunity to see a lot of people live in action like this, right? And it's important in order for us to show our authenticity, in order for people to make decisions on if we are the best people to work with for them, right? And I can tell you this, it's one of the biggest growth drivers for my personal business by itself. Even though my audience is only about 24,000, my audience is strong, right? And I can tell you this right now, when you have that strong audience, you show up every single weekend, you show up and you help and you do it for free. You know, it comes back tenfold. And it doesn't come back for free. It comes back in the sign of a monetary standpoint, where the Black Heights business is going to be $1 million business this year. And we're just small, right? So it's fine. It's fantastic. I love this episode, Kayla. You've been absolutely fantastic. I am so proud of you. I had no idea. I know you were a high performer. I had no idea into the character of Miss Kayla Bird, but I learned a lot today. And you know, guys, ladies, anybody who needs some sales advice from a young lady, high performer who's been at IBM, who's been at Microsoft, who's been at Tyson. All these are Fortune 500 companies, guys. She's the person to go to. Go and get coaching. Go and tap her on the shoulder for getting advice and getting your sales, how to become a top performer, how to grow in life, how to strategize and position yourself, how to communicate well, how to develop your personal brand, something that she talked about as well too, how to get over the fears of navigating corporate America as a Black man, white man, Black lady, and so forth. She's there, guys. She's a resource. She's an absolute fantastic resource. And with being so young at so high energy, it's fantastic.